Good morning. Good morning. Happy New Year. I am glad we're able to gather as a college community this morning to kick off the spring semester. Able and join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I extend my thanks to everyone who assisted with today's convocation. The media services team, the amazing Chris Abbott, the marketing and communications team, the events management team, our colleagues in facilities who set up for breakfast and who will clean up afterwards. A round of applause for the facilities team. And everyone who contributed their remarks for today's speech. I also want to thank our board. And so when convocation was scheduled originally for Tuesday, most of the board had planned to be here. Most of them have day jobs. They couldn't switch their schedule on a dime to come today. But we have with us today, representing the entire board, the amazing trustee, Bob Orris. Thank you, Bob. And I want to thank everybody who takes time out of their busy schedule this week to come to this event. It's a way to kick off the semester and a time to be together as a community. I thank you for being here. I am proud of what we as a community can achieve when we work together. I want to begin my remarks today by sharing a few examples of the ways we as a college community have been achieving our mission and goals this past fall. Jamilet Febo Gomez. This year, the college has applied for and been awarded a record number of grants in a single year. Most notably, the college has been awarded its first ever Title V grant from the U.S. Department of Education. The Title V grant will provide the college with nearly $3 million in funding over 5 years and is aimed at improving our institutional capacity to respond to the needs of degree-seeking Hispanic and Latinx and low-income students. Our Title V grant program will fund the hiring of a program director and student success navigators who will provide a personalized, holistic experience by connecting students served to the support they need to achieve their educational and career goals. The success of the program will be measured by increases in enrollment and rates of persistence, graduation, and transfer, as well as an overall reduction in the equity gap for educational outcomes for Hispanic, Latinx, and low-income students. We continue to upgrade our facilities, including high-tech teaching and learning spaces. Funding from the Securing Our Children's Future bond that was approved by New Jersey voters in 2018 affords the college the opportunity to develop new teaching and learning spaces for students in our nursing, biotechnology, and engineering programs beginning this semester. Suite will feature 3 hospital simulation settings: medical surgical, maternal, and pediatrics, and a behavioral health at-home setting. Our nursing program has long utilized high-fidelity simulator mannequins. In our new sim spaces, all simulations will be controlled through a state-of-the-art control center with audio and video recording capacity so that the students who are not engaged in the simulation are able to observe in an adjacent viewing room or review the video later. The simulation suite also includes a nurse's station and additional new equipment and furniture so that all the new sim rooms have the appearance and function of an authentic hospital setting. The SOCF bond also funded a new biotechnology cell culture lab that connects to the existing biotechnology lab. Note that we are still awaiting the installation of the biosafety cabinets in the biotech cell culture lab, which will complete the space. Of 2 former physics labs in Billy Johnson Hall. These new engaged learning labs are furnished with classroom furniture that can be easily reconfigured for multiple activities in support of student engagement in the classroom, and will serve as the prototype for additional engaged learning labs in the future. Farrow, Executive Director of Workforce Development and Lifelong Learning, we continue to develop new relationships and expand existing partnerships with employers both large and small in Middlesex County and beyond. Here's a few of the companies that the workforce development team has been working with so far this academic year. Of how the college works with local businesses, nonprofit organizations, municipalities, and school districts. Last summer, Jamesburg Public School Superintendent Gina Villani reached out to me with a request. Teachers and paraprofessional staff in her school district were interested in learning Spanish, as increasing numbers of students enrolling in the Jamesburg schools are native Spanish speakers. I put Superintendent Villani in touch with Joni, who in turn connected her with Aileen Vega and Michelle DeVecchio. Aileen, Michelle, and non-credited instructor Patria Batista met with Jamesburg teachers and staff to assess their needs and custom design a program for them. Patria planned lessons specific to the language and terminology a teacher or staff member might need when communicating with students and their families. Here is feedback from a Jamesburg staff member that Superintendent Villani received and shared with me. Thank you so much for arranging for the after-school Spanish class. Professor Batista has been excellent in adapting her class to our needs. I become more and more confident after every class session and feel better prepared to communicate with my students and their families. To serve the greater Middlesex County community in myriad ways, I want to share a few more examples. Under the leadership of Assistant Dean Lisa Rodriguez-Gregory and Director Jake Chellis, continue to partner with school districts to bring students to campus. The college hosted students from Woodrow Wilson Middle School and John Adams Middle School, both in Edison, for a day on campus. The students met with K-12 Partnerships team members Kim Hooper and Stephanie Newton about the value of earning college credit through dual enrollment while the students are in high school, and with admissions and enrollment navigator Gurdeep Sawhney about the value of attending college after graduating from high school. Also been reaching out to adults. Here are photos of visits to Amazon and UPS facilities here in Middlesex County. Our staff members were able to connect with a diverse pool of prospective adult students, showcasing the opportunities available at Middlesex College. Fruit. Not only did 215 Amazon employees use their Amazon Career Choice tuition benefits to take courses at Middlesex College, but on a whole, our enrollment of students over the age of 45 in the past fall semester was double that of the previous year. Program have taken their partnership with the Bright Beginnings School in Piscataway, run by the Educational Services Commission of New Jersey, to a new level. Over the course of 7 weeks in the fall, second-year dental hygiene students, accompanied by Professor June Ann Soma, treated nearly 40 ESCNJ students with autism and/or multiple disabilities who ranged in age from 3 to 13. Our dental hygiene students examined the Bright Beginnings students and administered various treatments, including cleaning, polishing, x-rays, sealants, and fluoride applications. As many of the ESCNJ students were unable to sit in the dental chair, our dental hygiene students met the students where they were. This meant treating the special needs students who stood, sat on the floor, or were seated in their wheelchair. For many of the ESCNJ students, this was their first experience with dental care. One of the dental hygiene students that participated in the program said they could not imagine going out into the real world without having treated students with special needs. And they said they hope the program continues so that more ESCNJ students can become comfortable with dental care. Faculty and staff will be continuing this partnership with the Educational Services Commission later on this month with a comprehensive dental screening of students at the Center for Lifelong Learning in Sayreville. After the initial screening, a 7-week on-site dental rotation treatment clinic will follow. Our external community, we also focus in the fall on our own college community. Thank you to everyone who joined me for one of the listening sessions in the fall. Each of the 10 sessions with employees included a diverse group of colleagues, both full and part-time, including faculty members and staff and administrators from across the college. I also convened sessions with students and the members of the college's Community Advisory Committee, which includes broad representation from key external stakeholders such as K-12 school districts, businesses and nonprofit organizations, and county and municipal government here in Middlesex County. At each listening session, we discuss the ways in which the college can continue to serve our students and our community and to make Middlesex College a great place to work. At the sessions, and to Kim Burnett, Executive Director of Marketing and Communications, for compiling the notes into a report, which will be posted soon to InfoNet. Ideas and themes that emerge from those discussions. Ideas regarding current and future staffing needs. Ideas for providing student support. Concerns about the impact of AI on higher education. Support for continuing the conversation about diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging. And questions about the Middlesex County Community, Innovation, and Opportunity Strategic Investment Plan. Some of the ideas generated by the discussions at the listening sessions are already being implemented or are in the process of being addressed in the near future. For example, improvement and expansion of the question mark initiative in the first week of each semester, in which faculty and staff volunteer to staff a question table in various buildings across campus to answer students' questions the first week of classes. Process of reviewing ideas that emerge from the listening session conversations, and will move forward on requests and recommendations where we are able. Let's turn now to data on student enrollment and student outcomes. Were compiled by the Office of Institutional Research and Assessment, thanks to Dean Megan Alai and team. Let's look first at enrollment. 10-year trend for total fall semester headcount enrollment. Fall headcount continued to increase for the third year in a row and is the highest it has been since fall of 2015. The increase is due in large part to the efforts of our hardworking admissions and recruitment colleagues. We're also continuing to see an increase in the number of students participating in dual enrollment while still in high school. This past fall, the K-12 partnerships team worked diligently to process dual enrollment registrations so that more of them were captured in the fall semester data. That means we will likely not see as robust an increase in enrollment spring to spring this year. The 5-year trend for fall semester headcount of first-time or new students only. That number increased for the 4th year in a row and is approaching what it was in fall of 2019, just before the pandemic. Supported by all of us who attend recruitment events, both on and off campus, and who recommend Middlesex College to our family, friends, and neighbors. Enrolling more students and then retaining them until degree completion is the key to increasing revenues and achieving fiscal stability for the college. College compared with the average enrollment among community colleges nationwide, as well as the average enrollment among community colleges here in New Jersey. For 5 out of the last 7 years, our fall enrollment year-to-year increase has been greater, or the year-to-year decrease has been lesser than that at the other community colleges in New Jersey. For this past fall, a large part of the significant increase year over year is attributable to the increase in dual enrollment. As I mentioned earlier, to the efforts to speed up the recording of dual enrollment fall registrations before the census date. While full-time student numbers declined during the pandemic, we observed a healthy growth in our full-time enrollment for the past 2 fall terms. Our fall semester student body. The college maintains its status as a federally recognized Hispanic serving institution, with more than 1/3 of our students identifying as Hispanic or Latinx. The overall capture rate of students who graduated last May from high school in Middlesex County is 19%, ranging from a low of 5% for Monroe Township to a high of nearly 30% for South Amboy. Our top 3 sending municipalities remain Woodbridge, Edison, and Perth Amboy in that order. Trend since the 2019-2020 academic year among students who were still in high school. It appears that our annual dual enrollment numbers for this academic year will exceed that of last year. Kudos to the K-12 partnerships team for leading the charge on expanding opportunities for high school students in Middlesex County to take college courses while still in high school, especially at the high school during the day as part of dual enrollment. Leader in dual enrollment in New Jersey. In winter session over the past 5 years, with this year's enrollment on par with that of last year. We are still enrolling students for the spring semester, and the numbers to date are 3.7% ahead of spring enrollment at this time last year, with 256 more students than this time last year. Thanks to our colleagues in the Student Enrollment Services Division for their ongoing work in assisting new and returning students in registering for the spring semester. Communications team, whose implementation of the new marketing plan has supported our recruitment efforts. Prospective students and their families are responding positively to the college's new name, new branding, and new marketing. As you can see from this chart, our fall-to-fall retention rates remain strong. The most recent numbers reported to the U.S. Department of Education for the first time full-time cohort of students that enrolled in fall of 2019. That is, students who enrolled in college for the first time and registered for at least 12 credits. Graduation rate of first-time full-time students by 2 percentage points to 27% after increasing for the past 4 years, and the transfer out rate for students who do not earn an associate degree here but transfer to a 4-year college university also decreased by 2 percentage points to 13%. Taken together, these two figures comprise what's called the success rate. We suspect that the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic on many of our students may have been a factor in these slightly lower rates, as the period of time for the rates covers fall 2019 to fall 2022. Convocation coincides with some of the reporting timelines for IPEDs, specifically graduation rates. I'm excited to share for the upcoming year, our graduation rates have increased 8 percentage points to 35%, and our transfer rate has increased to 16%, for a combined success rate of 51%, a record high for Middlesex College. This increase shows the tenacity of our students who reach their goals and the tremendous support from faculty, staff, administrators, and others. Thank you for your service to that. Vice President Scher and Laureano will be digging into this data with faculty and staff and considering additional interventions to support more students to completion of a degree. Our new Title V grant will also provide funding for some of these interventions. Not fully reflect all that we are doing. The graduation data in this chart comes from what we are required to submit annually to the U.S. Department of Education through the Integrated Post-Secondary Education Data System, or IPEDS. The metrics used in IPEDS are designed to measure student success at 4-year colleges and universities where the majority of students enroll on a full-time basis. As we are all aware, community colleges are open access institutions where a large percentage, generally majority, of our students attend college on a part-time basis. They also work 1 or more jobs while attending school and face a wide array of obstacles to earning a college degree. Community colleges face numerous challenges in trying to keep students on a path to degree completion, and that is central to our mission. I am proud of the progress we are making on retention and graduation rates, and of our ongoing efforts to do what we can to ensure that every student succeeds. What's in store for the spring semester? Of our facilities will continue this spring. Over the course of the semester, here are some of the facilities projects that will be undertaken. Continuing the first phase of the renovation of Chambers Hall, reconfiguring the underground piping for the boilers connected to the PE Center, replacement of a fan coil at the New Brunswick Center, roof replacements for the IRC and the library, and a wide range of site improvements, including concrete repairs to the plazas in front of Lamadou Hall and the College Center, and trip hazards by the Library Bridge and Parking Lot 6. Additionally, a floor slab rain leak fix in Chambers Hall, and over $1 million in restroom renovations, including the creation of 3 new gender-neutral restrooms. The team has been making progress on a number of significant projects. Expanding wireless and cellular access on campus has been a primary focus of IT Executive Director John Mataliano and his team. From fall 2022 to fall 2023, the number of wireless users connecting to wireless on campus at any given time has tripled due to investments by the college in new wireless infrastructure and updates to our campus technology. In areas where building construction materials interfere with Wi-Fi access, the college contracted recently with external experts to complete assessments of wireless and cellular activity throughout our campus buildings. Based on recommendations from those assessments, the college will begin moving forward on the purchase of additional wireless access points and shift how access points are deployed based on current best practice in order to maximize connectivity. Additionally, a building-specific survey addressing cellular access yielded potential enhancements to improve mobile phone usage across campus. The implementation of those charges and changes is expected to begin during the spring semester. The IT department has been collaborating with Acting Police Chief Mike Ambrosiak and the entire police department on additional technology upgrades, including the replacement of the analog telephone system with new voice over IP or VoIP phones, the upgrade of all security cameras on campus, and implementation of the new Alertus emergency notification system. This new system replaces outdated panic button technology with installation of emergency notification capability on the instructor workstation in every classroom to be completed by the beginning of this semester. A wide effort to reflect a replacement for our Enterprise Resource Planning and Student Information System, or ERPSIS, software platforms. Executive Director Mataliano and Director of Purchasing and Inventory Madeline Cataranicchio co-chaired a 30-member committee to study the college's business practices, identify departmental needs for the new software, and recommend a product to best position the college for future operations. A cloud-based Ellucian product was selected, and negotiations with Ellucian and an implementation partner, SIG, were completed over the last 6 months. Director of Enterprise Applications, Gina Naparano, is leading the initiative to prepare our data for transition to the new platform, removing over 220 million outdated or duplicative records. Implementation will take place over the next 2 years, beginning in February. Thanks to everyone who participated in the selection and readiness phases of this process, transition to the new ERPSIS platforms will improve and streamline our processes and help ensure the accuracy and integrity of our data. Watch for periodic updates on the rollout of the new platforms and on what is happening and in store for IT. Conversation regarding technology. Members of our local 1940 AFT have reached out to collaborate with college administration on a variety of concerns and initiatives. Thanks to AFT President Pat Payne and other members of the AFT for seeking to be a part of the solution. Linda Scher and Pat are working together to bring back a version of the Academic Technology Advisory Committee, or ATAC. Vice President Jeff Herron and John Mataliano are in the process of reconstituting the Information Technology Advisory Group, or ITAG. Colleagues who serve in these two technology-focused advisory groups will contribute to the conversation about what technology is needed and how best to deploy college resources in the area of technology. ATAC will be a large committee with broad faculty representation that will maintain communication between and among faculty and the staff in e-learning, IT, and media services. The committee will be charged with researching, reviewing, and making recommendations regarding academic technologies for teaching and learning that align to the college's strategic plan. The committee will be comprised of a steering committee and a number of subcommittees. To start, an e-learning faculty advisory subcommittee, a classroom technology advisory subcommittee, an artificial intelligence subcommittee, and potentially a future forward committee to begin exploring the use of augmented reality and virtual reality in teaching and learning. Bring input from all constituencies within the campus community to utilize in the IT planning and decision-making process. The group will provide a collaborative forum for discussion of campus technology issues, recommending technology-based strategies to support college initiatives and serving as a vehicle for the development of informative communications regarding technology and its impact at the college. The group will participate in the development. I think this is a repeat. Keep on going. We'll also work on a multi-year technology plan for the college, along with the consideration of specific projects and emerging issues by ad hoc working groups of ITAG members. Watch for additional information about ATAC and ITAG in the coming weeks. Many of you have been asking questions about. I'm excited to be able to share information about the Middlesex County Community Innovation and Opportunity Strategic Investment Plan, or CIO plan for short, particularly as it will affect our Edison campus. New spaces for teaching and learning and support for students to our beautiful Edison campus. It will also make our campus a destination for residents of Middlesex County for education, workforce, and recreation. The CIO plan is the result of a shared vision between Middlesex College and Middlesex County based on Middlesex County's Destination 2040 strategic plan and the college's nearly completed master facilities plan for 2024 to 2034. These two plans identified unique opportunities to collaborate on developing infrastructure on our Edison campus that will serve the college and the Middlesex County community. Trying to capitalize on the Biden administration's American Rescue Plan and Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, which have provided the most significant federal funding for communities since the New Deal nearly a century ago. This incredible investment by Middlesex County in infrastructure for Middlesex College and our surrounding community leverages and maximizes the use of those federal funds that will provide returns on the investments for generations to come. The transformation of Thomas Edison Park, adjacent to our Edison campus, should begin in earnest later this year and will include 14 new multi-purpose athletic fields, 16 tennis courts, a running track, and a state-of-the-art recreational cricket field, along with a field house for concessions and maintenance purposes. Our campus community will have access to all of these amenities, and in particular, we look forward to our student athletes utilizing the multi-purpose fields and the track for our soccer and track programs. Here is a map of our campus that shows all the potential changes coming to Edison campus. A destination athletic complex in Thomas Edison Park adjacent to our campus. Our new student center, which will include new recreation, lounge, and dining areas, the Office of Student Life, and a new home for our culinary arts program. Student Center is anticipated in the second half of this year, with a targeted opening date in calendar year 2025. Simultaneously with the construction of a new student center, will be the construction of Middlesex County's new multi-purpose community venue, which is currently still under design. Last spring, the county entered into a letter of intent with Rutgers Athletics, solidifying a partnership with the Scarlet Knights baseball program, which will designate the multi-purpose community venue as a home field for Rutgers baseball, beginning with the 2026 season. A new Middlesex County magnet school. Many magnet school students participate in dual enrollment at the college while still in high school, and a growing number of magnet school graduates elect to attend the college after high school graduation. That will likely be the case with graduates of this new magnet school to be constructed here on our Edison campus. Include a new academic and workforce development conference center, space for the administrative offices of the Middlesex County Magnet School, and a renovation of the natatorium wing or swimming pool area of our PE center to create additional spaces for student athletes to practice. A mutually beneficial partnership with the Middlesex County Magnet Schools, formerly known as the Middlesex County Vocational Technical Schools. As part of the plans to make our campus a center in Middlesex County for education and workforce development, the college will be providing space in the lower level of the college center for Middlesex County Magnet School administration in the next several years. We will also be repurposing the natatorium wing of the PE center as a small gymnasium that Middlesex Magnet School students can use for PE during the school day, and our student athletes can use on evenings and weekends. Creating a second, smaller gymnasium in our PE center will free up the existing gymnasium for use by our student athletes during the day. Our plan on our campus may potentially include the following: a public-private partnership for housing on campus, a cricket field on our campus, the creation of a new county park for passive recreation on the northern end of our campus, adjacent to Woodbridge Avenue. The new park would provide 13 acres of walking trails, wooded areas, grass, and native vegetation. Many of you asked me about how construction may affect day-to-day operations here at the college. Every effort will be made to minimize disruption of day-to-day operations. Alleviate traffic near the college. For example, the county is in design of an extension of Raritan Center Parkway, which will allow for access to the Destination Athletic Complex in Thomas Edison Park and the new multipurpose community venue when events are occurring at those facilities. Along with the county's ongoing traffic improvement project on Woodbridge Avenue, which includes installation of an advanced traffic management system, these enhancements will ensure that those of us who work and study at the college's Edison campus, as well as area residents and visitors to campus, will be able to navigate the campus and surrounding roadways in a safe and seamless manner. Updates on the evolution of the CIO plan, and I encourage you to stay up to date on progress by visiting the county's website at middlesexcountynj.gov/CIO plan. With this extraordinary and transformative investment by Middlesex County on and near our campus, the college will be able to do even more to lean into and live up to our mission. This level of transformation and investment for the county, for the college, and for the students and community we serve will secure Middlesex College's status as the heart of Middlesex County. Our new full-time colleagues who were hired since the fall convocation in August. Beth Ann Earing, Events Services Specialist. Patty Gonzalez, HCD Lab Coordinator. Lauren Hoke, Enrollment Services Assistant. Daniel Langford, Director of EOF. Spencer McCrae, Admissions and Enrollment Navigator for the Center for Justice Impacted Students. Matthew Montgomery, Enrollment Services Assistant. Ryan O'Connor, Police Officer. George Panagitopoulos, Grants Compliance Analyst. Olga Perez, Custodian. Suheri Rosada Torres, Enrollment Services Assistant at the New Brunswick Center. Shruti Sharma, Student Records Evaluator. Kimberly Silvero Diaz, Coordinator, Civic Engagement and Community Partnerships. Shamir Skipworth Hansen, One-Stop Operator. Fred Sly, Digital Content Specialist. Jennifer Spears, Director of the Student Wellness Center. Brenda Trejo Idalfonso, Enrollment Services Assistant, New Brunswick Center. Elvia Valdez Gonzalez, Coordinator, Center for Adult Transitions. Vanessa Velez, Program Coordinator for the Center for Justice Impacted Students. Jennifer Viteri, Department Assistant, Facilities Management. And Awilda Infante, Custodian. Please join me in a round of applause to welcome our newest colleagues. The following full-time colleagues have assumed new roles at the college since August. Asher Barkowski, Administrative Assistant to the VP for Student and Enrollment Services. Jake Chellis, Director of Admissions and Recruitment. Rob Costi, Theater Technician. Nicole Giverlino, Administrative Assistant, Facilities Management. Workforce Development and Lifelong Learning. Jose Laureano, Vice President for Student and Enrollment Services. Joaquin Nieves, Desktop Administrator, IT. Rashmi Sanglakar, Student Accounts Manager. Nicole Scavoni, New Brunswick Center Coordinator. Jeff Stash, Groundsperson 1. Mike Sullivan, Assistant Dean of E-Learning. And Gina Vilches, Senior Benefits Specialist, HR. Please join me in a round of applause to congratulate our colleagues. As we embark on another semester, I thank each and every one of you for your dedication to our students and for spreading the word about all that Middlesex College has to offer to your friends, families, and neighbors. This concludes the State of the College presentation. The Center for the Enrichment of Learning and Teaching has scheduled an array of workshops later today. Go to the Eventbrite link on the SELP page on the college homepage to sign up. The Academic Affairs Division Convocation will begin at 10:30 down in the cafeteria. After I say farewell to our trustee, Bob Orris, I will remain here in the PAC and come down for questions and answers. Thank you. He's wishing us all another successful semester.